Do you know what truly unsettles us people? It's not shouting, it's not arguing, it's not trying to prove a point, it's silence. The kind of silence that comes from a man who knows his worth and refuses to let someone else's actions dictate his emotions. Let me tell you a story. Imagine two men, both deeply invested in a woman who suddenly pulls away. The first man panics. He texts, calls, demands an explanation. His mind races with what went wrong, and he desperately tries to fix things. But the second man, he does something unexpected. He steps back. He doesn't chase, doesn't explain, doesn't react. He simply carries on with his life as if nothing happened. At first, the woman barely notices, but as time goes on, a strange thing happens. She starts to wonder, why isn't he reacting? Did he never care? Did I misjudge him? That's the power of emotional control. It's not about playing games, it's about understanding that your peace, your confidence, and your sense of self should never be in someone else's hands. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Point 1. When you react, you lose control. Listen man, I know what you're feeling right now. She pulled away, she's acting different, and you're stuck wondering what went wrong. Your first instinct, you want to ask, to fix it, to make her see what she's losing. But let me tell you something, reacting emotionally is the worst thing you can do. Think about the guys who are truly respected. They don't beg, they don't chase, they don't crumble. They just move forward. And that's power. The moment you stop reacting, you take the control back. She expects you to get upset, to ask questions, to try and win her over. But when you don't, that's when the dynamic shifts. She starts to wonder, wait, why isn't he reacting? Did I misjudge him? Suddenly, she's the one thinking about you, not the other way around. This isn't about being cold. It's about knowing your worth so deeply that no one else gets to shake your confidence. And when you move like that, you don't just stand out, you become unforgettable. Point 2. Why women subconsciously test men. Have you ever noticed that sometimes a woman will act distant, challenge you, or say something that seems designed to get a reaction? Most guys panic, they overthink, chase, or try to fix things, but what they don't realize is, she's not necessarily doing it on purpose. Most of the time, it's instinct. Women test men not because they want to play games, but because they're wired to seek strength. If a small shift in her behavior can throw you off balance, what does that say about how you handle life's bigger challenges? She needs to know that if she trusts you, you won't crumble under pressure. So when she pulls away, don't rush to chase. When she questions you, don't scramble for validation. Stay grounded, stay calm. Show her, not through words, but through your presence, that you are a man who stands firm no matter what. That's the kind of man who earns respect, not just from women, but from everyone around him. Point 3. Why you don't need it. I know what you're thinking. If she just explained why, if she gave you some kind of reason, maybe it would be easier to move on. But let me tell you the hard truth. Closure is an illusion. You're not actually looking for answers. You're looking for a way to ease the pain. And the moment you seek that from her, you're handing her control over your emotions. Think about it. If she truly cared about your peace of mind, would she have hurt you in the first place? The reality is, no explanation will ever feel satisfying enough. Even if she told you why, it wouldn't change the fact that it happened. So stop waiting for her to give you something that only you can create. Closure isn't something she gives you, it's something you decide for yourself. The moment you stop chasing explanations and start focusing on your own growth, you take your power back. And when you do that, you won't just move on, you'll level up. Point 4. The power of silence and distance. Bro, I know you feel like you need to say something. Maybe you want to explain yourself, ask why she's acting different, or just get some kind of response from her. But let me tell you, sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is say nothing at all. When you stay silent, you create space. And in that space, she starts to wonder. She expected you to react, to chase, to ask what went wrong. But when you don't, IT flips the script. Now she's the one thinking about you. Silence isn't about playing games. It's about self-respect. It's about showing, not telling, that you're a man who doesn't need to beg for attention. And the best part? While she's wondering where you went, you're busy leveling up. So stop wasting words. Let your absence do the talking. Point 5. Elevation over explanation. Turning pain into power. Listen, I know it hurts. You feel betrayed, rejected, maybe even humiliated, but you have two choices right now. You can let this pain break you, or you can let it build you into someone stronger. Most guys waste time obsessing over what went wrong. They replay the past, stalk her social media, and sit in their own misery. But the men who truly come out on top, they don't sit around waiting for closure. They take all that energy and use it to level up. Hit the gym like you've got something to prove. Focus on your passions with an intensity you never had before. Become a man so locked into his purpose that no single person, not even her, can shake your foundation. And the best part? When she sees you thriving, when she realizes you've become even better without her, she'll be the one rethinking everything. But by then, you won't even care. Point 6. Confidence comes from within, not from her approval. Let me tell you something, man. The moment you start looking for a woman's approval, you've already lost. Because the second she senses that you need her validation to feel worthy, she'll respect you less. Real confidence doesn't come from women. It doesn't come from attention, from compliments, or from being chosen. It comes from knowing, deep in your bones, that you are enough, with or without her. Think about the men who truly stand out. They don't beg for attention. They don't chase people who pull away. They live life on their own terms, and that's what makes them attractive. The irony, the moment you stop needing approval is the moment you naturally start getting it. So stop looking outside yourself for something only you can give. Build yourself up, own your path, and never let your worth depend on anyone else. Because the man who doesn't seek validation, he's the one who gets it effortlessly. The ultimate lesson? You don't win by proving anything to her. You win by proving everything to yourself. By realizing that no one, no woman, no situation should have the power to dictate your peace. The strongest response to being hurt isn't words. It's not anger. It's not even silence for the sake of manipulation. It's self-mastery. It's the ability to walk away, head held high, focused on the only thing that truly matters, your own growth. Because when you master this mindset, when you become untouchable in your confidence and direction, you won't need to make her regret losing you. She'll realize it all on her own.